Greetings, goddesses. I am Blue Pixie, and welcome to this week's fairy energy reading. I was contacted by the fairies a little while ago, specifically from a fairy named Poppy. She told me she is a rainbow energy fairy, and I have finally put her video and recorded it, and I'm posting it later today. So there will also be the energy of her and her guided message and thoughts. It is a beautiful message about the energy of rainbows and the light inside you. I highly recommend listening to that. Watching that will also bring in the energy of the fairies. As the fairies come to me, I will release all of their messages here on YouTube. I am also guided to start a fairy deck, oracle deck with all of their energies and messages. Watch for those messages as they come. All right, let's get started. All right, so the first card that came out is Fairy Spotting, which is lovely. Fairy spotting is an invitation from the fairies to go look for them. A lot of people think that you will just see a fairy and then you'll believe in them. And really it works the other way around. When you believe in fairies is when you will see them. Your belief brings their energy into being. They have lovely high energy, and all the fairies that I have encountered really help your childlike wonder. Every time I do the fairy activation, it instills fairies in that area. So the fairies invite you to go fairy spotting. When you believe in them, they will appear. Even if it's just an energy, sometimes you will see them in the light. I've seen lights and shimmers that are not natural to where I'm sitting. Mostly I feel their energy. I do feel that the veil is lifting and we will be able to see these higher vibrational beings. There are also places in the world that have a higher vibration and are protected, that people encounter fairies. So the fairies are inviting you to go on a little journey and with intention to try and spot a fairy. I would love to hear your comments on any encounters with fairies that you have had. So the next card that came out was Healing and Solitude. I feel the fairies are also guiding to go into nature, do some healing, and be with yourself. Really embrace the solitude of nature as well as the abundance of life. Being alone with nature is also being with Mother Nature herself and all of the energies she instills. I've been getting a lot of messages from the trees lately, and they've given me a lot of visuals of as above, so below, as well as their branches are likened unto like our brainstem, and they are receivers of information. They also told me that time is an illusion and that they feel the energy all the time. They can tap into whatever energies have been there. They hold ancient knowledge in their roots as well as their branches. They are a beacon of information. And as we put our energy out, we can tap into that trees. Just as in Avatar, what I saw was as easy as touching them. Taking off your shoes will help as you are leaning against them, and really intentionally tapping into the trees. Being in a space of the trees that are open for contact. I know I've been in neighborhoods where the trees just didn't even know where they were, and I always ask if I can touch the trees. I believe that they are sentient, and I've had a lot of interactions with tree spirits. As you ponder and enjoy nature, call in the fairies. Call in the energy of the fairies. Be in nature with intention and call upon the power of all the flora and fauna around you. As spring starts to bloom, there's going to be more colors, more flowers, and a beautiful abundance of life. I'm being called to pull from the unicorn deck, so the unicorns want to bring in their energy today. The cards that came out were open to abundance and pure intention. I love that this really supports what the fairies have been talking about, being intentional, really tapping into the trees and listening, being an observer and being still in the solitude, and be open to receiving the information. If your mind's going a million miles an hour with tons of other things, the messages from the trees and the fairies and the other elementals will not be able to penetrate that. You have to be open to listening and open to the messages. Allow all of their knowledge to penetrate your energy, to receive it from your third eye, from your energy space, and observe what visions you get, observe what thoughts you're getting when you are intentionally tapping in to the nature, to the energy of the nature. Being open to abundance is, I feel, a common theme in the last few months. Being in the vibration of abundance. It is really amazing to do this in nature, as nature is abundant. It is self-sustaining, abundant on its own, receiving and knowing that abundance doesn't necessarily mean money. That is a part of it, and money is an energy. Being open to your worthiness to abundance and knowing that you have everything you need within you. Being in the vibration of allowing your dreams to come in. As you ponder in the nature, ask the unicorns. Ask the unicorn energy. They're asking you to be open to abundance and to see all the abundance around you. Unicorn energy is also purity of heart, while fairy energy is childlike wonder. So purity and innocence and being open to all of the possibilities, not controlling where you're going, but putting the energy out of where you want to go and allowing the universe to bring it all to you. I have been doing some experiments the last few days of just getting in my car and saying, okay, where shall I go? Who needs me as much as I need them? And what is on my path? And just kind of driving and being guided to where I go. I'm mostly being guided to parks. And I had this amazing experience. I was guided to a park, and as soon as I got here, my daughter texted me and asked me if I wanted to come to this park. And I said, "You're not going to believe this, but I'm already here." And the events that happened that day were so synchronistic and beautiful. I was put in touch with someone who actually is in a place that can help assist me in a lot of my aspirations. And it felt like a dream, to be honest. It was the wildest day, just so many synchronicities. So letting go of control, allowing what happens, searching for fairies, going to nature, and tapping into all of the wisdom of not only the trees and nature, but calling to the fairies, tapping into unicorn energy and the purity of heart and your childlike wonder, allowing things to come in that you may not have thought possible, and being open to the divine, being open to abundance in a way that maybe you were not expecting. Thank you so much for being here. This feels like a really lovely place to stop. Watch for that lovely fairy message from Poppy. She is lovely. Her tagline is "Rainbows are my life." She is so wonderful. She brings me joy whenever her energy comes in. Thank you so much. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I am Blue Pixie. I leave you with love, light, and pixie dust. Namaste.